What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol LCID for Lucid Group. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, big breakout on today's session. A lot of the EV makers were moving to the upside in sympathy to Tesla, as well as just positive deliveries across the board there. So certainly, big uptake inside of Lucid as well, sort of breaking out of this intermediate range, but don't forget that we do still have the 50 SMA overhead, as well as this critical level at 42.62, which we've discussed in length in the past, right? Big shelf of support from in here, then turning to resistance on the near perfect back test from the big red bodied breakdown that we had there. So that is a serious contender for resistance to look forward to into the remainder of the week. Once again, that is 42.62 inside of Lucid. To the downside, if there are any sort of pullbacks from the daily perspective, what we need to see hold is this 39.65, the top end of this little range that we had been putting in right about here. Basically, what we want to see is this range breaking out and making forward and upward progress. So ultimately, we do not dip a toe back down into the range, right? It makes sense. So 39.65 is that area of support to watch out for. Again, from the 30-minute time frame, you can see this quite clearly. I'm going to clear up this resistance trend line, no longer really in play, but look at the resistance, right? 1, 2, and 3 in here, even pulling back and supporting on today's session, which is fantastic, indicating that Lucid does want to trade technically and respect the levels that we had mapped out for it. So let's talk in terms of scenarios, what we can expect into the end of the week. We'll take out the fibs just to see how they line up, if at all, with our sort of numbers that we've pointed out. Not really. Obviously, we always opt for structure. We don't blindly follow the fibs. In an ideal world, we do hold up above the 38.2, something like this. Bull flag consolidation on the 30-minute time frame. There we go. Breakouts take us into that critical level, 42.62. From there, don't get me wrong, there is some room to run up closer to that 47 whole dollar, but one step at a time, right? Let's not also forget that the daily 50 SMA is also acting as resistance on today's session. So that's the bull case. That's like scenario number 1, rainbows and butterflies. Scenario number 2 would, of course, be, let's actually clean up the fibs, no longer serving any purpose, would be a pullback into the top of the range, 39.65. In that instance, be on the lookout for hammer candles that print, indecision doji candles that print, things that make you question, right? Can you flip long over the highs and then reattempt the highs of today's session and then ultimately see that follow through into the daily level at 42.62? That's scenario number 2. And then falling back down underneath 39.65, that's a bit more bearish, right? In that instance, we actually have a look above and fail. So from the daily, that would look like this, correct? We have a look above, we fail back down underneath. Technically, we know that the target should be the low end of the range you would be looking for, roughly 36 even. Okay, we're not going to cherry pick the true lows from in there, but 36 even would be the target on the look above, and fail here inside of Lucid. So those are 3 scenarios to watch out for. If you enjoyed the video today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.